Hey everyone, and welcome back to Tech Bytes, the Secretary's Edition, brought to you by MASSP. My name is Ryan Casey. Today we are going to talk about AI, or artificial intelligence. And I promise you it's not that scary. In fact, many of you are probably already using some sort of AI or machine-based learning resource in your everyday lives. For example, if you use Grammarly to help proof your email or social media posts and messages, that uses AI. Gmail even uses it if you allow your messages to use any of the predictive or suggestive text to finish a word or finish a sentence you're writing. So we are going to actually use today a resource called ChatGPT. You've probably heard of it. It's one of the more popular ones. There are pros and cons to each of the AI resources that are out there. But this is a simple one to learn how to get started with to really help create language or writing samples for you to make you a little more productive with your time at work. So let's check it out. Okay, so I am at ChatGPT. You can Google that word, or you can go directly to chat.openai.com. Once you're there, you can create your free account. You can create it and log in using Google, Microsoft Office, that sort of thing. And it kind of takes you to this dashboard area where you're going to see different notes that are available if you've already created some like I have over on the side. Otherwise, it kind of gives you this landing page that explains the different types of examples, capabilities, and some limitations to ChatGPT. As I mentioned earlier, there are other different AI resources out there that all have pros and cons. So some of the cons to this is it's only up to date through information it collects as of 2021 from the World Wide Web, things like that. You notice that we're on GPT 3.5. 4 is available as of right now if you want to upgrade for a monthly price. And then 4 will become unlocked, and then they'll go to 5, and so on and so forth. It's just going to exponentially get smarter the more users that use this and give it feedback to enhance the creations that it comes up with. So otherwise, you go down to the bottom, and we're going to give it some sort of prompt. And the more specific we can be with the prompt, the better it's going to produce a result for us that will need less modification. So I'm going to pause for a second, type in a prompt, and then we're going to see how it works. Okay, so for this example, I'm going to have it create a Facebook post to invite parents and students to an open house to kick off the new school year. So I'm going to send this, and it is going to now generate a response. So not too bad. This seems too long to me. It seems more like a letter. So instead, we're going to say, adapt the message for a Facebook post. Let's see if that does a little better. So now they're using more icons. Looks like maybe it's a tad shorter, not too much. And again, the more feedback we can give, the better. Create this for a middle school open house on August 22nd, 2023 from 3 to 6 p.m. So a couple of things here. Number one, if we really like this, or it did a bad job and we have to keep spending a lot of time analyzing, revising, number one, you can give the program feedback so they know how it's doing to make this easier for future users. Thumbs up, thumbs down, and you can type in a little feedback box. We can then copy this to our clipboard out of our computer and take it into Google Docs, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, whatever program we're using, Facebook, right, to edit it some more if we want. Over on the left, this note or this chat will actually now show up over on this table of contents over here. It'll save these. You can go back and edit these down the road if you want. You can delete these to help kind of keep your notes organized and whatnot. So this is a pretty good example. I like this one. I think we're good. I'm going to pause, and then we're going to just run through a couple of different other examples of how this works to give you some ideas. So we're just going to try another example now of some different ways in which ChatGPT or AI resources can help you in your secretarial role. The next example we're going to try is having it create content for a flyer for us for a financial aid night. There are other AI programs out there that have more of a design based focus. There are ones that can create images for you based on items you describe or help create brochures or publications or flyers. So this isn't going to get real heavy into like imagery and formatting, but it will help us with the content because, again, this is more of a language or a writing based program. So I'm going to have it create that flyer here. I'll type in the prompt. So in this case, I gave it a prompt, and it's asking me for a little more information. I'd be happy to help create a flyer. Could you please provide me with more details about the event, such as key information you want to include, specific colors, logos? So now we gave it some more details. And again, depending on the information it gives us, you want to analyze this, and then we could continue to give this feedback. And again, this adds over to our list over here, so if I want to come revisit it down the road, but it's going to give us ideas where to put a logo. It's going to give us, sometimes it'll give you ideas in terms of what things to highlight. And notice it has the note, this is a text representation of a flyer. Please format and design it appropriate in your preferred design software. Let's try another example. So I'm going to click on New Chat. We're going to have it send out a letter regarding an attendance issue. Talking about the attendance requirements in Michigan. So this is one where, as ChatGPT mentioned, you do want to check to make sure it is reciting correct information, right? Because it's not guaranteed every time. You do have to read and analyze and determine if it's right or not. So not bad. I'm going to adjust this. Include room for the letter to list specific dates their student was absent from school. And then I could do things like, make this shorter. Make it longer. I could change the complexity of the language being used. So again, another example. So we created 3 examples here. We did an open house post on social media. We did content for a flyer for a financial aid night. And we did a letter that we are sending home. So they will stay here. Again, you can copy and paste. Anytime you can give this feedback and cite what you appreciated or what it didn't get right, it just makes the program that much smarter. The only other thing I want to show you, down at the very bottom where your name is, you'll see 3 little dots. If you go into custom instructions, it's going to ask 2 questions. What do you want ChatGPT to know about you to provide a better response? And if you click in here, it'll give you some examples like, where do you work? What do you do? What do you talk about? So I obviously am letting it know I work in the education field. I work with principals and secretaries and students, yada, yada, yada. And then you can even give it some additional feedback on how to respond. Like, should this be casual? What length should they be? What reading level should they be? How do you want to be addressed? Different things like that. And it'll just make it that much more precise when it creates the different writing samples for you. So that was our Tech Byte on ChatGPT and artificial intelligence. Again, we went to chat.openai.com to use that free resource. Again, there are others out there if you want to try some other ones related to more design elements. as long as you can use it, it makes you a little more efficient and productive in some of your tasks, then I highly encourage you to check some of those resources out. Remember, you can find TechByte videos like this and other video resources by going to youtube.com/MASSP, so feel free to like or subscribe to this video and our channel and share it with others. Have a great day, everybody, and best of luck on the new school year. Take care.